everyone, this is Tanya here from Edu TV, and today we have with us Mrs. Nidhi Tiwari, the principal at the Ridge Valley School, and we also have with us Archit Murali, the alumnus from Flame University, Pune. The idea to hold the session for today is considering the students of grade 10th and 12th are about to write their board examinations now. We have ma'am with us, and we would request her to share some insights about her a few tips and uh, her advice for those students. And also, Archit would want to understand ma'am's views in terms of the whole transition phase from schools to universities. These students from grade 12 who would be entering into a new world of universities altogether. So, ma'am, we would want your advice onto the same. Archit is going to be our host for the session for the day. Archit, over to you, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Hi, everyone. I'm Archit. I'm alumnus of Flame University, and I'm glad to be hosting this session today. Just to introduce Mrs. Nidhi. Mrs. Nidhi Tiwari, principal of Ridge Valley School, Gurugram, is known for her innovative teaching practices, inclusive education, curriculum designing, pedagogical transformation, information technology expertise, and administrative skills in the field of education for more than 2 decades. She's also active on the international stage while representing her institutions on several forums of global repute, invigorating minds with her views on various subjects, leading exchange programs, and thought leadership. She has been certified, she is a certified international level innovative educator for integrating technology in the classroom. And this title has been bestowed upon her by Microsoft. Now, on with the session, I do have a handful of questions prepared for ma'am, but we do want this to be a little bit conversational, so we keep it a little open-ended. So just to get things moving, my first question is, how does the school support students in developing critical thinking, self-regulation, and independence, which are skills necessary for university success?
So thank you, Archit, for that wonderful introduction, and thank you, EduTV, for inviting me for this discussion. Getting back to what you wanted to know, we all know that the new education policy is in place, and our school being a progressive institution, we have already implemented the new education policy completely in our school, and it talks about 21st century skills. So it's not only grade 10 and 12 that we, enhance these skills in our senior schools, but it is right from the primary and the junior classes that we start working on these skill development in our children, because it is all about skill these days. Content is everywhere, Children have got so much to learn from all the spaces and all the books and media that is available. But as school leaders, we need to think that how do we develop the skill in a child, and that is the reason with every subject and every activity we have to focus and we have to think that what kind of a skill development take place, whether it is an assembly, whether it is an annual day, whether it is a sports field, or whether it is a computer lab. We always have to think that, and we always have to see that what kind of a skill development is taking place. So it is not that a child who's graduating or who's passing out from grade 12 from the school will have or will have to the session has to focus on skill development, but it is right from a very early age that we start focusing on the skill development. And now is the time that teachers or educators have to see that what is the talent of each and every child, because every child is not going to pursue science, or every child is not going to, fond of maths or biology. Here are the times when we have lot many offbeat careers which our children want to do. So accordingly, we have to nurture their talent, nurture their potential, and train them and make them the 21st century skill students, that wherever they go, they are able to adjust and adapt to the lifestyle and adapt to the kind of atmosphere they are getting.
So thank you for that. So essentially, you mentioned that schools act as a sort of place where students can imbibe skills that equip them to be adaptable, given, dare I say, the volatility of the future, given how rapidly technology is changing. That actually kind of leads me to my next question, which is also a little bit more about the transition to university. So, does the school collaborate with the university or higher education institutions to offer students exposure to university life or academic program before they graduate from school?
Yes. So these days, especially in our school, we have lot many tie-ups with universities, and we have, we have full-time career counselors on campus in our universities, which start building the portfolios of the children right from grade 8 and 9, because that's where schools play a very important role in guiding the children as to what kind of a career and what kind of a subject choice they need to make as per their interest and as per their talent. So we have full-time career counselors on board who guide them, and they do regular sessions with them and their parents. This is one point of it. The second is that regular sessions are organized for children on campus, where we invite experts from various professions, and we invite people from various universities to come and talk about their universities. Like, for example, in our school, I have got a tie-up with around 4 to 5 organizations where we continuously are doing sessions for our grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 children, who come and guide the children, and to also give them the exposure as to what kind of courses are available in various universities, what are the career prospects of selecting a certain subject. If they are pursuing a certain subject, then what are the ultimate professions that they can opt for. So as school leaders, I feel it is very, very essential in nowadays that we need to guide and we need to handhold our children right from grade 9 onwards, to suggest them the various different kinds of career opportunities and the courses that are available in different universities, leaving aside CUET, leaving aside, the national universities or the state universities. There are many other universities and many other courses which are very good, very elite. And I feel that it is very important for our children to know about it, because then only that they can have, or they can prepare themselves for the future, and they can make an informed decision about their career.
Understood. So essentially, your practices in your school like really support students to prepare themselves for the transition into their higher education. My next question is a little bit more on the personal side, and it is about that transition itself. So, how can students best manage the shift in workload and responsibilities when they enter university? Because it's practically a different playing field, right?
Yes, yes. So as I said, that we have tie-ups with different agencies who come on our campus, and they give sessions, and they, do orientations for our students. Along with that, we also encourage our children to do various internships in their summer and winter break in various organizations. They can be professional spaces, they can be summer schools in different universities. Like, I encouraged lot of my students to go to summer schools which are being conducted by OP Jindal, Ashoka, IITs, so that when they go and they are a part of these summer schools, they are staying there, they are getting a feel of that university campus, they are getting to know what kind of pedagogical training is happening, what kind of labs they have, what is the culture, what is the kind of life they have. And also when they are on campus and they are attending these professional trainings, or they are a part of these summer schools, they get to interact with the children of those institutes. And I think that's the best thing, that is, that a child should learn or experience, because that's where they are having that one-on-one interaction, and they are getting a feel and the first-hand experience of what kind of an atmosphere and environment is available or is present in that particular institute. So the other thing is we also encourage our children on a lot of experiential learning. So whether it is, business studies or accountancy or economics, subject like these, we encourage children to do a lot of experiential learning where we take them for factory visits, where we take them to different organizations where they sit and work, with the departments, so that they get to know what career or a profession they are going to have in case they pursue so and so subject. Like, I have done tie-ups with Microsoft and Adobe, where my children do a lot of online projects with certain groups and certain team members, so that they get a first-hand experience of coding and of software development. I have a tie-up with Hero MotoCorp institutes, I mean, factories like this, where they go and they visit the factory and they see how the functions, how the working is happening. So this way, we are exposing our children to equip them in a better manner as to see that what kind of an profession they are going to be in case they are interested. So this is how we train them, or this is how we at school, we nurture them to be better equipped when they enter the university or an undergrad program.
Thank you for that, ma'am. I have one question that's a little bit more about, you know, less about the focus on the career, but more about general adaptability. And it is, how can schools support students in developing essential life skills such as financial literacy, stress management, and communication that will help them succeed in a more independent and challenging university environment and even beyond?
So this is not a very, you can say, not a very unique, big thing for our schools these days, because all progressive schools like Ridge Valley, we continuously do sessions on financial literacy, stress management, communication skills, and the kind of activities that we do in our school, whether it is inter-school, whether it is inter-house, they all move around building these skills. Here, I would like to share a very unique program which we have in our school, which is called as Education for Life, Archit. And this Education for Life program is about training children on how to manage stress, how to work on their challenges, and how to overcome those challenges with very simple methods and techniques like breathing, mindfulness, and activities, moving around, team building, and collaboration. And this program, we say, is a USP of my school, because this is where, I mean, we start training our children for these EFL sessions right from nursery. So by the time they reach the senior school, they know how to handle all these challenges and all these problems in life. And I'm very proud to share that every school has got a chemistry lab, a physics lab, a bio lab, an innovation lab, an ATL lab. But in my school, I have got a living lab where we nurture these skills, where we nurture human beings to become more holistic, more strong, and more adaptable to life. And you have to come and see the beauty of these living labs in my school. And all the activities that we do, whether it is a declamation, whether it is a inter-school football tournament, where the teams are coming on field, or whether it is a kind of a book discussion which we do, which talks about communication skill, your intellect, your thought process, they are all revolving around these 21st century and building of these skills, which help children have a smoother transition from school to college.
After hearing that, I definitely want to visit your school at least once.
Most welcome.
I mean, thank you so much for all those valuable insights. I just have one last question. Is there any other tip or message you want to share with the students before they attempt their board exams?
Oh, yes, definitely. First of all, I wish all of them a very, very good luck. And for all the children who are appearing for the board exam, I would say that all students and all human beings are unique. They have their own talent and potential. We should never compare ourselves with the other, right? It is all about hard work and smart work. This is the time where you have to have a very, very concise timetable, and you need to strategize your syllabus and your studies in such a manner that you score the best in a subject. You need to work on your weak areas and brush up your strong areas. And for parents, please have a very, very healthy environment at home. Don't have high expectations from children, because these children are every child has their own potential, and every child gets through a undergrad course, and every child makes its space in the university. So we shouldn't say that, so and so has done well and you haven't done well. It is just a matter of fact that all of us have to go through these board examinations. Even our parents have been through, we have been through, and so our children are going through these board examination. So for the parents, don't impose a curfew at home because the child is giving a board exam. Let it be like any other exam, and I am very sure that all our children are going to do very well in the board examination, because CBSE is a very, very student-friendly board, and the syllabus and the content and the children and the teachers, they've all, worked very hard throughout these 2 years to prepare them for this time. So I wish all of them success and best wishes for their future.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would also like to just, say all the best to everybody who, has the future right ahead of them. So it's going to be fine. Just make sure you're having fun and enjoying life also a little bit. And the future will sort itself out. Don't take stress. It'll be fine.
Yes. Don't stress.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your advice for the students, ma'am. Thank you, Archit. And yes, indeed, best of luck to all the class 10th and 12th students who are going to be writing their board examinations. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best to you, Archit. And thank you, Miss Tanya, for having me here.